Welcome back to Conflict of Nations World War III. This is the Philippines series, and we are now at day 11. And this is Uthred Ronaldson, and I will be your reporter for the day. Okay, so this is the here's our progress in China. So we are steadily pushing inland, although there's a gap right here. Okay, so this one, let me show you what this is, guys. So, so this one right here, this is it's the first recon. Okay, so again, this is the first recon division China have sent. So that was a video taken during day 10. So it was yesterday. All right. So that's the the first recon China recon division. It has three infantry and one um, armored recon. So that's a considerable force, and I'm not going to assault it. Okay, as you can see, so this one is a gap right here, and that is something that we have to deal with before we can move forward. Okay, so we have two armies building up in the north as well as in the south of this enemy position right here in Shaanxi. So this enemy right here can actually escape through Ulankab and then all the way back. But he is currently um, within enemy lines, I suppose. Once we capture this province right here, it will be difficult for him to break out. Or, yeah, he can break out. He can run away, but we will be giving chase. So as of now, so what we're gonna do now is we're gonna siege him. I'm not gonna send my infantries right there because um, they will receive too many casualties, and that's unnecessary. So now we are researching Thor Mk1. So this is the elite railgun. So that may take 2 to 3 days, I suppose, because we still need to build a level 2 um, army barracks as well as a level 1 secret lab. So that may take a little while. All right. But right now we're doing good in terms of resources. So, but we need more, and we have to. I need to build up my resources for now so that I will have enough resources once um, so that we will have enough resources for our research for the strike fighters. Okay, so we've taken over Shanghai or Beijing and Harbin. So for China, what's left for China will be Lanzhou, Chongqing. You also have Lhasa, and then Urumqi. So four more cities, three of those are mainland. Now Chongqing will be sieged as well. So I will be building up my forces right here in Zunyi. Now this one, there's no other path for China if he wants to reclaim this territories right here in southeastern China. He has to go through Zunyi. So we will block him right there while my other forces right here. So we'll have two National Guards to outflank the Chinese from Chongqing. So we will be taking all these territories right here. Okay. And we'll try to cut off Lanzhou and Chongqing. All right. Now, in this part, New Zealand have also launched an attack against China and is now moving inland into the heart of China, um, threatening Lhasa. So one of his armies will be going to Lhasa. That's their final destination. And then another army will be capturing this province right here, Kumo, or this one, Qinghai, and will be in the position to attack Lanzhou after taking this province right here. Okay, so all right, so China is not an easy nation to conquer, even if the player is inactive because of the terrain, because of the size of the country. And if I were playing China, I just need to secure a what I'm gonna do if I am China right here is I will secure an alliance with Russia, which he did, and then concentrate my forces and focus on one theater at a time, possibly maybe to go here south to reclaim Hong Kong, right? And then push for Shanghai. So that's a potential move as well. Okay, so it will take some time, but eventually China will fall. And now we will have to prepare for our second campaign. So, or for the next campaign, because so moving inland have exposed our weakness in terms of our land troops. So, and this is a demonstration of that weakness. So we were halted right here, this objective right here to connect all the fronts in China has been delayed because of this um, capture right here in Shanxi. So, all right. So we will be delayed in this part, but we will eventually move on and capture the southern part. All right. And then right after that, definitely we will penetrate Russia right here at the bottom. So now let's visit Russia to check and see um, what preparations he made for an eventual attack from the east. So this one right here has a level 2 arms industry and level 2 recruiting center with level 1 barracks. That's the one in Novosibirsk. Okay. And then there's going to be another huge wilderness. So, okay. New Zealand will help me with Russia, so that will be good. So um that will be good for us. And right here, Indonesia is now has started his attack with India. Okay. All right. So India have lost a lot of units, a lot of troops in the sea. I think that is something that Bitro would probably need to fix. I don't think that's a common sense move. It's basically a dumb move. So hopefully AIs won't do that. At least try to put some common sense in the AI. So at least it will still be more challenging for the players who were left fighting those AIs, right? So okay, or maybe do something like a pool of different um, uh, different sets of algorithm wherein that's gonna be the basis of the AI moves. So okay. Anyway, Indonesia is moving forward. Um, he had landed in Mumbai and is now marching inland. Okay, so once India is cleared, so he can then go to Pakistan and then Afghanistan, all the way to the Middle East. All right, and then we have another theater of war here in Africa with Australia moving forward. So Australia now has a level 2 infantry, motorized infantry. This will give him an additional attack points. Okay, so 6.0 and then a defense of 10. So he will be going for Maputo. I'm not sure how long this stack of two will last. So I'm expecting that there might be one unit right here, one or at least one or two units here in Maputo garrison. So okay, it it will be this one is good to garrison the city first, prevent this from going rogue. All right, I suggest that Australia use this 11th Artillery Battalion to support his infantry into Maputo. But I don't think Australia will be active in a couple of days because of some real life um, important stuffs. So good luck to him, and I'm still gonna watch over his territory and will let him know any updates and important scenarios and events. So okay, now moving on to Cameroon. So Cameroon has still trying to finish up Nigeria. So we still have green um, spots right here. So which means Nigeria isn't over yet. So it's not moving or it's not doing anything. Okay, so basically what it's doing is putting garrison on those cities to prevent it um, from rebellion. All right, and then he will move on. So once he's active, he will move them and will start to capture those green spots, the those remaining Nigerian provinces. Okay. Um. Then NZ right here. So Vladivostok has been retaken by New Zealand. So there was a battle. Okay, so this is a video of the battle in Vladivostok happened on day 10th, 11 hour, 11 minutes. So this is basically not the 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 overall scenario, because what happened here is that Australia has seven motorized infantries, and Russia has five, or I think it's four, total of four units with three motorized infantries and then one armored recon. And so, first move, Australia attacked with his four stack of motorized infantry, leaving three or four. I mean, yeah, three remaining motorized infantries in Vladivostok, and they were ambushed and got annihilated um, by this army right here. Now, this army is now trying to recapture Vladivostok for Russia there, and that's New Zealand. So New Zealand recaptured. So New Zealand recaptured this and finished off the remaining Russian units. So they were able to recapture this area right here. So this is a big loss. So this is just one city, but um, Russia will be losing one, two, three. So a total of three provinces right here, plus the city of Vladivostok. So that will definitely hurt Russia. And then right after that, we will be going into Russia. So it will probably take around 2 to 3 more days before we can finish off China. But I really cannot be certain of that. It is also possible that tomorrow we might have to start our um, um, Russian operation. So what will be our goal right here? So are we going to attack Mongolia, or are we going to leave Mongolia? Okay, I don't think leaving him here will be beneficial for us because it has three cities. So these are electronics, and then Moron, Moron, Moron is for rare materials, while Darkan will be for fuel. Okay, so we're gonna need all those cities. So we will definitely have to conquer Mongolia as well. We cannot leave Mongolia um, independent right here, because that will put our flank in trouble. Plus, of course, the additional resources that we will get from those cities. So our first objective is to capture Novosibirsk. Novosibirsk. All right. So this will be our first objective. At the same time, to secure these mountains right here. So we will have to capture all these mountains right here. All right. Yeah, so Russia is actually at war also with Kazakhstan. All right. So this is definitely an opportunity for us. This area right here is um, not unfortified. So there's no fortifications built. Because if I were Russia right here, I think I will put some well, not really sure about it, but I will have to defend these provinces right here. So I will defend them using Novosibirsk, and of course, he can be flanked here up north. So how can Russia defend its territory from being captured from the north? So this one. So these are two provinces right here, and there are no other routes to go inside Russia except those two routes right there. So securing these mountains right here, you will be able to defend an attack coming from Mongolia. But how will you defend the whole nation right here? So Philippines and New Zealand will be coming from this route right here, and then we'll go up right here. So can we say that this is a defensible position? One, two. So if we can one, two, and then three right here, so that will block our route into inland, into western Russia. Okay, so putting a couple of national guards in here will definitely help boost the defense. So that is something that is a strategy that you can use using a national guard, because instead of using motorized infantry, which will cost a lot, it is not a smart move to use motorized infantry as garrison, right? So they are supposed to be used as offensive units. Okay, so all right, so that's our route to Russia. So far, yeah, it is impossible to tell whether Russia will defend its territories. Yeah, but it will be inevitable. It'll be inevitable. So, okay. Now we have another threat here that I wanted to check with you guys. So we have Spain right here in Western Europe. So mostly occupied cities. He hasn't annexed any cities yet. Wow. So this one is building up his Spanish Empire. And this is a solid position for this guy right here. He has a solid position in Africa. His bases will be Oran and Algiers, originally Algerian cities. Okay. He also has a threat right here against Italy, who is also active from time to time here in the game. So yeah, I think he just needs to he will be finishing UK, and then he will make a move. I think he will be going for Italy, and he can also go to Morocco here in the south. So those are his options. Okay. And then the United States right here is also winning against Canada. So big chances that the UK or the US will challenge us here in the Pacific, and will try to help Russia to reclaim his territories here. So I already have a plan to place some of place a scout here, possibly a submarine, to monitor this area, to monitor this location, and make sure that no Russian ships um, will be or yeah, if I don't know, if Russia will send destroyers right here, yeah, definitely my subs will be destroyed. But the job is to scout the area and uh, to monitor approaching enemy surface vessels. So that's the objective of that mission, and not to engage enemies. So, but at the meantime, I've actually ramped up my research. I have level 2 infantry and level 2 National Guards. I also upgraded my um, frigates to level 2. I have a couple of level 2 units now. And then I'm also researching Thor, and that's for our elite railgun, and that's going to be um, our main support weapon. So this unit right here, it has on its level 2, it will have an additional anti-air capability. So okay, all right. So South America is also at war. So I think these players right here, they don't think that Africa will be, or South America will be enough for these players. So they're going to battle it out. So this one, VTX Army, only has two members left, but Canada will be swallowed soon. Then we have Peru and Brazil allied, but Peru is okay. Where is Peru? Peru is right here, conquered by Colombia. So okay, so it's gonna be Brazil. Argentina is not at war. What is this? Okay, so Chile. All right, Chile attacked Argentina. All right, okay. Mendoza. That's the northernmost homeland city of Argentina. Okay. So we are anticipating a continued war here. So Colombia or Brazil might actually can actually join the Axis powers once China has been eliminated. So that will be good. So if that will happen, that means Colombia and Brazil and the US will be capable of launching an attack from the Pacific into the Pacific, because this one is still a contested ocean. So the US has a Y. So if we want to dominate this sea, the Pacific Ocean, we have to declare war against the United States, which means a war against its coalition. So that is a um, that will happen. That is inevitable. So okay, all right. So this will be dissolved. No more Nigeria. DR Congo still alive but inactive. So in terms of coalitions, the Communist Rebellion is the strongest coalition in the game, followed by the Axis players. Both have 5 players, but um, evidently, in terms of points, the Communist Rebellion is the strongest coalition in the game. So we have to just look after each other. It's good that Indonesia is active. Um, Australia will be inactive for a while, but he will check from time to time, definitely. And then we have New Zealand also um, currently on the move. So New Zealand will also have to prepare for South America. So I think I need to notify him about it. What do you think about South America or US or US? So what I wanted to know is to see what his um what his worldview is, this player's worldview. So I wanted to know if he thinks that he is threatened from the United States as well as from other strong nations in South America, because we still have um, 4 nations fighting for domination in South America. So Brazil will probably come up on top, and I really think that there will be a Colombia Brazil alliance right here. If there's no alliance that will happen for Colombia and Brazil, then it's going to be a total war out there in that continent, and that will weaken South America. But the good thing about uh, our position here is we are actually more advanced and much more ready and capable. We have ships available for New Zealand. We have Philippines and Australia have ships ready and available in the Pacific, while these nations right here may actually have to take more days to build up their navy. So that's an advantage for us. I don't think these players also have naval patrol. So yeah, it's only a matter of time, and we are probably the ones who will strike first, because it may take them several days to build up, even if they are in agree to join in one coalition. They will still have to take Mexico and then Chile and Argentina here in the south. So I don't think they will be in the position to attack, because it's going to be us who will prepare. And okay, so let's think about that. Is it okay to have a two-front war for the Philippines? Well, certainly not, because that means we'll have to divert our resources to this war. So if New Zealand and Australia will um, focus on that um, endeavor, then that will be better for us. But of course, we will still be ready. But the first step right here in this campaign is to capture Hawaii. So that will be the first objective. And we will talk about that soon on our future episodes. So, once again, this is Uthred Ronaldson, Skal.